What's going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Darth. We're back in Queensblade Limit Break. And in this one, we are just going to touch on, give you some thoughts and things on the recently announced collaborative event that will be going on. That's right, we had a collaborative event before, and it looks like we are getting another one. I don't have the visual up here. It was actually really cool to see the various things on there, but it was recently announced that we will be getting the title of the upcoming collaborative event is High School of the Dead. I was doing a little bit of reading on High School of the Dead before I started this video. Huge cult following. I think it's kind of on par with Queensblade. I'm not sure which one is actually the most most loved or liked, but High School of the Dead collaborative event. The period runs from 11/24 through 12/7. If you are in the Americas, we have roughly a week. So it starts on the 24th. Now keep in mind that's Japanese time, meaning that in the Americas, or anybody who is a day behind Japan, will actually start on the 23rd. So you're going to want to prepare for that, which for us is a Thursday, for them it's a Friday, so technically it starts on Friday. What we're going to do here is, the event's not active for another week roughly, but I want to go over some tips and thoughts on what to expect, but also how to prepare. And I know people's minds are probably turning right now going, well, how do you know what to expect? How can you tell us how to prepare? Blah, 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 blah. Well, the truth is we don't know what to expect. They say that the details to be announced shortly. I don't know why they actually said that. They don't actually give details on events. They don't actually give details on what is happening and what to expect. So I'm going to do that here, and keep in mind this is largely speculation. We don't know what to expect, and I don't expect them to release too many details on what's going to happen and what's going to go on. Usually they do a countdown. So when I read something like this, details to be announced shortly, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't expect anything. But usually about 7 days before, they do a countdown where you log in and you collect rewards. And it's basically this big banner that says, hey, we've got an event coming up. It's like a big reminder. The rewards for these reminders started off pretty bad, and they've gotten slightly better, and some of them are pretty decent, nothing to write home about. But what we can do is look at past collaboration events, because this is going to be the second one. We had one already. And we can also look at past events and how they've handled events going forward. One thing we do know is that they are going to be releasing collaborative warriors. So what we can expect here is that no updated existing Queensblade warriors probably. We can probably expect warriors from the High School of the Dead universe. What I'm going to theorize right now is that they are going to be ultra rare warriors. Okay, it would make no sense, absolutely no sense, to release SP or below warriors for this upcoming collaboration, because these are going to be new warriors. They need to fit the bill, meaning they need to fit the new or current wave of warriors that are being released. So I'm going to speculate that we're going to get 1 to 2 new warriors, and they are going to be ultra rare. Now this is a little overwhelming to some, because we are right smack dab in the middle of a brand new ultra rare warrior right now. Actually, we're not even in the middle of it. It's going to end 24 to 48 hours prior to the start of the event. We're not even halfway through the existing ultra rare warrior, which I have not covered as of yet. What that means, though, is that we're probably going to be taxed for books, because we're going to be able to summon for this particular warrior. Based on previous events, it's a 2-week event. If they release 2 warriors, you can probably expect that the summoning will not last a full 14 days. It'll last 7 days, giving you very little time to obtain whatever warrior is coming out, or warriors. So what I'm going to strive to do is be available to review the warrior, get into the trial battle, and do my best to get the review out within the first 24 to 48 hours of the release of these new warriors. you're going to want to plan ahead and try to obtain as many books as you can. I don't know what to tell you here. Right now we're in the middle of a custom pack. Now these custom packs pop up every now and then, and usually they have a lot of books. They rotate between the spicy books and the normal arrival books, and they usually range from 3 to 5, giving you a chance to obtain 10 books for 99 cents. For a total of 30 to 50, depending upon what rotation. This rotation features the spicy books, so if we do get another rotation on this starting next week sometime, it might actually feature the books. However, consider your adventurer rank, guys, when you do this under the shop down here. Consider your boost fund and where you're at, because this is the best value you're going to get in the game. If for $20, it's $19 basically, depending upon if you've reached every tier here. There's about 11. You get about 330 books and 33,000 gems for $19, which is your best value. So if you want to be prepared and you can hit these markers, go ahead and purchase that. And there are other ways to get books. You just have to keep an eye on these little sale shops and see when they're for sale. And sometimes these little custom packs do pop up. So be prepared though. I think we're going to be taxed on books because of the existing ultra rare warrior and the fact that these new ones may be ultra rare. So what else can we expect? Well, not knowing, I'm going to expect maybe a puzzle event where we collect puzzle pieces and obtain skins. We know there's going to be a host of new skins because the infographic that pops up when you log in, I got rid of mine, I think I have it saved on the computer somewhere, did mention that Catalia and various other warriors are going to have skins, and they're probably going to be revolving around the theme of the dead, and I hope they do. I hope they lean into the theme of zombies and things like that. We can probably bet that there's going to be a new event-specific boss to fight. Now, that is interesting because I always look forward to seeing the bosses that they come out. I would like them to come out with a dual boss where there's more than one boss to fight. I know people might be scared about that, but I think that that would be cool. But they always do have unique bosses. The problem with the event bosses now is that they are immune to poison effects. And I really am a fan of Arania and the new dual attribute warriors, but a lot of their abilities rely on poison effects. And the event bosses, because they know how powerful poison is, especially when it comes to Arania, the last few event bosses have been immune to poison, limiting the capabilities of these specific warriors being in your team. More on that in a separate video. We can expect that. We can expect a new story mode event. We haven't had one in a while, so every now and then we get these story events. These story events have gotten a little more monetary. Actually, they've gotten way more monetary. I have completed them all, but I am mad that I completed some of them. Sometimes it's taken up to $30 to complete and get the bonuses from some of these. Now, how can you prepare for these story events? Well, you want to start collecting currencies now. We don't know what kind of tasks that we are going to be have. Now, they usually range from auto battling so many times, and if you need to, you can purchase the pass, the fast battle pass that comes with this. It's actually very valuable in getting your adventurer rank up to do fast battles. It usually tasks you with challenging guild bosses a few times, and then it starts challenging you with various other items. Like maybe it wants you to special summon 100 times. Maybe it wants you to spicy summon a couple of times. Start saving your materials now, guys. You got 1 week roughly to prepare for this. Save your books just in case, until we figure out what exactly we need to do. Sometimes they have you forging a piece of artifact gear. Start to save your currencies. Start to save your shards in here so that you can fuse that, so you don't have to spend the money. Not that I would recommend it, but so you don't have to spend the money to bypass certain tasks. They may task you with fusing a core. They may we don't really know what they are, but what I'm saying is start to save some of your more obvious materials, like the legendary jewels for fusing, the cores for fusing, your spicy summons. Start to save your summons until we know exactly what we need to do. They may even task you with obtaining or dismantling slates. Slates are something under the quest tab that you get in survival mode, so plan on participating in that, even obtaining a few of these slates so that you can dismantle them if that is the task. All in all, I'm excited for the event. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed already with the fact that we have probably 2 new ultra rare warriors coming that I'm gonna feel like wanting to summon for, but also with the possibility of a story mode event coming. And they're not really great about changing up the way they do events, meaning that introducing brand new like mini games necessarily to the mix. Once somebody had shouted out that they should probably do a zombie shooter, that would be cool. Start to think outside the box when it comes to that. Anyways, I just wanted to jump in, give you my 2 cents on, remind everybody that a event is coming. You can expect probably a story mode and things like that. Start saving some currencies that may be obvious, and then watch your books, because again, you're probably going to want to summon for these collaborative warriors. They're actually, when previous ones come out, they were actually pretty powerful. Let me know what you thought in the comment sections. What are you expecting? Have you heard of the Dead Academy? I haven't really heard about it until they announced it. I never really did any research on it, but it sounds really, really cool, and it has a really cool following. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys to ponder and think about past events and how you're going to prepare for this new one and get ready for it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.